Index card a day, number 44. It is good to play. By Creative Katie, Karen Virgil. If you aren't a subscriber, please subscribe by hitting the button in the lower right-hand corner. Thank you if you are. So this paper actually came in underneath my husband's fish and chips in a restaurant, and he then asked the waitress if we could get a few sheets of it so that I could do my art. Does he know me or what? So I'm just ripping this up and going to apply it to the gessoed card. I'm thinking I'm going to have some of the texture by the edges that come, and I'm also thinking at this point in time anyways that some of the print may show through to the final product. This is another one of those cards where I did not end up where I thought I was, but it led me to the selection of the quote that went on this card. So after adhering it with Mod Podge, I'm just quickly drying it and trimming it off. Giving it a good dry before I add any more liquid to it. So I decided I'm going to apply some gesso with a palette knife, again to build up more texture. As you'll see in this ICAD tutorial, I do a lot of different techniques. I did not have a direct idea of where this is going to end up, and that'll become apparent to you very quickly. So here are my Dilutions paint cards, the 3 colors that go together, and you can get that from Diane Reefley's blog or information that she has it. I've just taken it and made my own swatches to follow. So I'm using the 3 colors, guaranteed not to make mud because they are very close to each other on the color wheel. And I'm blending them, adding them, blending them, working them into the ridges of the paper and the texture from the gesso. And I'm just going till I like it. So right here, you can see the texture from the deli paper, from the restaurant, from the gesso. You can even see some of the print. But I didn't stop. I'm applying some of the Dilutions paint with a blending tool or a makeup sponge, and I'm stamping. This is a homemade stamp. This stamp actually was made after cutting up a plastic bouncy ball. So I'm really liking where this is right now. I like the way we have those colors and everything, and I should have stopped, but I didn't. So I'm cleaning off my blending tools, putting water into the spongy applicator and just pouncing it off onto cupcake liners. I find it takes a little time to make sure you clean in the middle of a project, but it's well worth it because then you can maximize the use and longevity of the sponge applicators, the blending tools. So there's the card, and wouldn't you all agree that it's looking lovely? And now I decide that I was going to put some gold and stamp on gold. And then I decide, hey, I haven't done any modeling paste lately. So I decide to mix the gold paint in with the modeling paste. Warning, you lose all the shimmer. So after flipping through my binder and trying to pick out different ones, I think I made this choice and applied it top and bottom to frame it. It was at this point that I stopped liking my card. And I should have just wiped off the modeling paste at this point and redid it. But then I thought, okay, I'm going to use some of the Dilutions paint. I'm going to liquefy it and drip through the modeling paste. It'll catch in the nooks and the crannies, and it'll do that. So I'm playing and playing and getting it to drip and go down. Have you counted how many techniques I've used here? I think it's more than 5 already. So I dripped all the way down. And I'm not exactly sold that this is going the way I want it to. But I am having fun dripping and modeling paste and all that kind of stuff. So I drip from the other side. Till now, pretty much you cannot see the print from the back, and you lose most of the stamping. But I do have a lot of cupcake liners, very colorful ones from this project. At some point, I went over the modeling paste and I painted it with gold. I'm not sure if I've already done that or if I do this afterwards, but I wanted to put at least a little bit of shine in there. And then I decide, of course, I need splatters. One more technique. Cleaning up some of the bigger drips. Well, the splatter of gold seems to have made it a little bit more acceptable. It's got some shimmer and shine. It definitely has texture. I'm edging it with the gold because it's left over. There I go. There's where I start painting them. Add a little bit more shimmer. When in doubt, add gold or shine. A little more goes on the cupcake liners. So I don't exactly dislike it right now. And I get out my sentiments. This is a stamp set that Yvonne has lent me over the summer. And it says, it's good to play and you must practice. You must keep in practice. It's a quote by Jerry Seinfeld, and I stamped it off camera. When it faded, I did go over it with a micron pen just to bring it up to the forefront, and that was done off camera. And there is my ICAD. It's glittery and shimmery, and it utilized a lot of techniques. So it is important to play, and you must practice daily. I did that with this card. I had fun trying out and using all the techniques. Thank you for watching.